This field is full of jobs with low pay and high turnover rates. And so many therapists are burnt out or switching to second careers. Is it worth it to be a therapist? I'm Mr. Ross. I'm a licensed professional counselor in the state of Pennsylvania. And today I'm going to give you 4 reasons why it is worth it to be a therapist. Reason number one, you want to help people. You feel this passion for being with people in the room. Maybe people, family, friends, colleagues have come to you for help. And there's something about that that you find really special. You care about people. You want to get to know them and you want to give them the space where they feel listened to and cared about. It's an altruistic kind of goal. Maybe you were helped by a therapist at some point in your life, or you found that mental health is important because of your mental health or the mental health of a family member or a friend. All those reasons shape becoming a therapist because we don't choose to do this job simply because it was the only job out there. We choose this job in part because we were chosen for it. The second reason that you might consider a job in mental health as a therapist is that you also want to go on the journey of personal growth. You believe in this sort of journey. Maybe you've taken it yourself in therapy, and now you want to share that with somebody else. You want to bring clients along with you, walk with them, and help them to grow, help them to connect with somebody else, help them to realize that there's more to life than their problems, help them to get over that hump that's preventing them from living their best life. Meanwhile, while you're working in therapy, one of the big advantages is that you also get to test out what you've learned. Maybe you get to share that same knowledge, or maybe you get to push people and understand where they're coming from when they're not ready. These can be great benefits to understanding what they're already going towards. And maybe in session, you're inspired and you're like, oh, wow, maybe I need to work on my stuff a little more. Or maybe I've been neglecting this area of my life. Maybe I could be healthier. Maybe I could have better relationships. Maybe I could exercise more. Maybe I haven't been handling my depression or anxiety as well as I would have liked to. Now, that's all well and good. And you might be thinking, hey, Mr. Ross, those are good reasons, but I have to pay the bills. What about this high burnout rate that we're talking about? What about the low pay that I have to go through? What about licensure taking sometimes 2 years? And is it worth it when you invest all of that time and that energy? And if I'm going to be in debt, reason number three is financial. So while this field has unfortunately a lot of underpaying jobs, especially at agencies and rehabs, there's also a lot of higher paying opportunities too. Some people will join a group practice that's already been established, making a decent amount of money. But then some therapists, maybe they have the entrepreneurial spirit or they want more value out of what they're doing. And so they'll go and start their own practice, some even managing other therapists, which can make you even more money when you consider the passive income of having therapists who work for you and you're making some money, a certain split off of what they make. Maybe you're at home in your pajamas when they're working and you're still making money. Now, there's also other opportunities as well when you're a therapist. You could be a supervisor. Maybe you see a supervisor or two on the side or start a group supervision. Maybe you're a trainer. Contract with a company or make your own training that you get out there and promote. Or you're a consultant in some way. Maybe other therapists come to you so that you can run a group with them and help them either with their self-care or with cases. So there are opportunities to grow financially in this field, despite maybe some of those initial barriers. And the fourth reason to be a therapist is the lifestyle that we get, especially if you are in private practice. The lifestyle that you get affords you a lot of independence. You get to make your own schedule. You can start your own business with a fairly low entry point, meaning there's not a lot of overhead. There's certainly clients who want to be seen. There's fairly easy ways to market yourself. And as hard as it may seem to start your own practice, it's really not that hard. So you can put together a practice with a lifestyle that you want, taking the trainings that you want, and mixing it with other areas of your life that are important to you. not so much the work life balance as the life work balance. Typically, full time for therapists in private practice is about 20 hours a week. And so, even if you put in a few extra hours with your business, you're working significantly less hours than if you were at an agency or a rehab. You can mix and match your type of work where maybe you see so many individual clients a week and you run a group and you also see a couple of supervisees. Or you take maybe 10 clients and then manage two or three therapists on the side. And while it may take some time to learn about how to get to this point, this is doable. Additionally, one big benefit a lot of people like is that it offers the opportunity for remote work. If you're licensed in a particular state, you might be able to do telehealth anywhere in the state, which gives you a lot more freedom for the convenience of it. That if I want to have something made on the crock pot while I'm working, or I want to do a load of laundry when I have a cancellation in the middle of the day, I could go do that. I don't have to drive to an office and sit there for the rest of the day, whether my clients show up or not. Now, if you are considering starting your own private practice, check out the link below for a free to-do list, a free checklist on how to get started. And if you need some help, reach out to me at mrrosscreations.com. I have a coaching program to help you get started in building your private practice. Thank you and have a wonderful day.